meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier, online at bearlakedental.com, or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. They assist in the skilled nursing facility, the manor, the home health, along with helping out with both preoperative and postoperative. Make sure that you have the best outcome with your surgery and your way of life going forward.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds. I work here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. I'm a family physician trained in rural family medicine, and then I also do sports medicine. I grew up in Provo, Utah, played football at BYU, medical school at the University of Utah, then did my residency at the Family Medicine Residency of Idaho, and then after residency came here. I love the beauty, the place geographically here. I love the people, and I love that there's a certain type of get-it-done person that lives here and thrives here. Really any sports me and my family love. Jet skiing, being on the lake, ATVs, power sports, that kind of stuff. I think what I want you to know more than anything else is that I'm here for you, that I take that duty to you very seriously, and I want to provide you with the information or the guidelines that you need to make a good decision, and that I have your best interest at heart.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, it's not only about mining phosphate for production of crop nutrients that support Western U.S. farmers and ranchers. It's about supporting our employees, neighbors, and local communities and their families. From providing quality competitive jobs to being an active partner in our local communities. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine. Passion for people and supporting local families by bringing Earth's resources to life.
Feels like it's very stressed out. I'm wrestling being fights.
Welcome to Bear Lake High School basketball from South Fremont High School. The Bear Lake Bears set to take on the South Fremont Cougars. You're just joining us. The girls game just ended about an hour ago from Sugar Salem High School in the Sugar Salem tournament, where the girls took care of business, getting the big win over Grantsville, 58-28. I think somewhere in there was the final score. So we just heard from somebody, a loyal watcher / listener down in Carbon County, and he said Grantsville was the #1 seed going into the state tournament last year down in 3A Utah. Much bigger school than Bear Lake. So
about 1,100.
So
1,100 students, he said.
Yeah. Congratulations to Bear Lake Bears for the big win.
Big win.
So that's the girls team, and our player of the game over there was Holly Wells. Let's talk a little bit about boys basketball now. This is the first game of not the first game. They did play Ryrie. South Fremont played Ryrie. That may have been a jamboree because I don't have the results, but I know Coach had told me he has seen some film as these guys played Ryrie. So I know they've got a game under their belt, but I don't have a score on that because I don't have it listed online. Officially, their record is 0-0. Bear Lake Bears dropped a tough game last night to the West Jefferson at home. The Panthers beat the Bears by 8. And last night, we neglected to name a player of the game at the end of the game. So let's talk about him right now. Tate Ewing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hands down. He had 22 points, I believe, last night against the West Jefferson Panthers. I saw one of their coaches in the building here tonight. They play South Fremont later in the year, I'm sure. And so he was in here doing some scouting. And Tate Ewing had an excellent night last night on both ends of the court. And that's the good news. He was our Samson's Island Grill player of the game. The bad news is he's not playing tonight.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the game, if you noticed, he was, I don't know if you ever saw it on screen, but we saw it in the gym. He was holding on to his wrist He sprained his wrist last night in that game versus West Jefferson, and he's unable to go tonight. So he's going to join what we call the cripple crew. We have too many of those guys. They're great young men, but we have now 3 ACL tears and a sprained wrist sitting on the bench for the Bear Lake Bears. So no Tate Ewing tonight. Somebody else is going to have to step up for Bear Lake.
Yep.
So our keys to the game tonight.
Excuse me.
I did talk to Coach before the game, and I asked him what the key to the game is. He's like, pound the ball inside. That's what we got to do tonight against these guys. Based on watching the film against Ryrie, he feels like if the Bears can get the ball inside, they should have a good chance of coming away with the victory tonight. It's going to hurt not having Ewing, but we'll see what they can do and the rest of the guys can do. So my key to the game is somebody's got to step up in the scoring column. There's a lot of guys on this team that did some great things last night defensively and facilitated a lot, but the scoring was pretty much led by Tate. He had almost half of Bear Lake's points. And so somebody else is going to have to step up on the offensive end. I'd like to see it be Brock Birch. And the reason I mentioned Brock specifically is because he didn't get to play a lot last night due to foul trouble. He sat out a good portion of the second quarter and the entire third quarter with foul trouble. And so Brox would be a likely candidate to step up tonight if he can keep himself out of foul trouble. And he is definitely one guy that has the potential to get going for the Bear Lake Bears. And when coach says he thinks if the Bears can get it to the interior, they should be able to do some damage, Brox is your interior player. So that's who I'm looking for to step it up tonight for the Bear Lake Bears, because he is very, very capable. And even when Ewing's out there, when Brox isn't in foul trouble, he has the potential to lead this team. I also look for Caden Anderson, one of the senior leaders on this team, to step up tonight. Last night, he came off the bench in the first game of the year. Wasn't even sure he was going to play because of an elbow injury he suffered against the Soda Springs Cardinals at the end of the football season. But he came off the bench, played some good minutes last night, and we'll look to him to step up as well tonight. And that's what we're looking at as our keys to the game. Elise, do you have a key to the game? Those are mine.
I hate to admit it, but I've been answering questions and I was listening.
She's been online.
I'm sorry.
She's been answering a bunch of text messages we've been getting, asking us questions about the girls game,
Right.
about
And
this game.
it's just answering a question at the station. So I'm sorry. I don't know what you said. I would say play with intensity. I think they started the game really, really well last night. Just had a hard time pulling 4 quarters together. So obviously, keep that intensity going, not just in the first half, but whatever you've got to do to keep that intensity going into the second half as well. And then
I like that.
I got another one. Play unselfishly. I don't know. I know I kind of harped on this last year too, but I would like to see them, when they're driving to the basket or going in, if they don't have a shot, but someone's open and has that shot, pass the ball and let them take it. And they're good at that to an extent. And then sometimes, sometimes I feel like they try to force a shot that isn't there when there's somebody open that could take it. So see the floor, be unselfish as far as, I want to take the shot, but so-and-so's open, pass the ball.
I like it. Going back to the intensity, the reason big fan of that one is because of what happened in the JV game. When we walked in, we got here just about halftime of the JV game after cleaning up and getting over here from the girls game. It's convenient when you turn on the GPS at one high school and navigate to the other high school for the game, and it says you're 7 miles away.
Yeah, you're like, yay.
It was a big plus. But when we walked in the gym, it was 28-5 was the halftime score. The Bear Lake Bears up on South Fremont in the JV game. The entire fourth quarter was played with a running clock because the Bears were up by 30 by the end of the third quarter. And I talked to Coach Trevor Ward before the game and during the end of that JV game, and he mentioned the same thing you talked about, is intensity, and especially on the defensive end. They said the JV team was relentless defensively. South Fremont actually jumped out to a 4-3 lead in the game. And at halftime, it was 28-5. They allowed one made foul shot from about the early couple minutes of the first quarter through halftime. They made one made foul shot was the only points they allowed. That's the kind of intensity. The Bears started within the varsity game last night. They were up 12-2 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
So I like what you say about put 4 quarters together and keep that intensity going on both ends of the court, but especially the defensive end. If they could do that, I like their chances, even without Ewing, to come away with a victory here tonight from St. Anthony against the South Fremont Cougars. Shout out to the wrestling team there in American Falls today and tomorrow. The girls wrestlers were in Grace today. They'll be in American Falls with the boys tomorrow. And as I already mentioned, the girls had a great game. They're 2-0 now in the Sugar Salem tournament. And I would not be shocked at all based on what we've seen so far this season. And the coaches polls agree with me, if we see Sugar Salem and Bear Lake playing each other again in the Idaho Center for the state championship this year on the girls' side of things. The boys have some work to do, and it starts by overcoming injuries tonight in game 2 of their season against the South Fremont Cougars. And we'll see how they can do with that. We'll take about a 90-second break. We'll come back with more on the pregame show right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, safety is our top priority, not just for our employees, but for their families too. Our commitment extends beyond the workplace as we proudly support and contribute to the local community in meaningful ways. We're more than just a mine. We're a pillar of strength for those who live here. Discover how we make a difference at Simplot.com. Join us in fostering a safer, stronger community. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT scans, X-rays, mammograms, ultrasound, echocardiograms, nuclear medicine, and DEXA scans.
We're back here at South Fremont High School, getting ready for the Bear Lake Bears versus South Fremont Cougars. And shout out to Mr. Kelsey.
Yeah.
And Officer Phelps.
You guys got to step it
Yeah,
up because
so they're doing a food drive here at South Fremont. And if they achieve their goal, the principal, I'm going to say it's the principal because I know it's not the AD, because I know the AD, he's already bald. The principal is going to shave his head in front of the entire student body. And the SRO is going to let a student tase him.
oh,
And we're going to have the national anthem here, so we'll let you listen to that. All right. There's a national anthem here from South Fremont High School. And
Please do
For-
not. Let your
for those
children
of you
run.
that think that Bear Lake is the only one that has that problem, no. We had to walk through a basketball game
Yeah.
to get up here to the crowd. There was about 4 or 5 kids playing a little mini basketball game.
Yep.
As we're getting ready to start this one, Bear Lake Bears are going to start small, it looks like. The starting lineup will be Austin Tafoya, Gavin Robinson, Caden Anderson getting his first start after sitting out last night because of the injury. Cameron Roberts starting again tonight. Brox Birch and Gavin Robinson will be the starters. We got 2 seniors, 3 juniors starting for the Bear Lake Bears. Trevor Ward is your head coach.
Oh, wow. They got fireworks down there?
They do. All right. Okay.
In the gym. That's not happening.
Well, we got to step up our game.
No, we do not. Not with that.
Now, I will say our black lights much better. They just have some plugged in on the floor.
That's a shout out to, the guys who installed those.
Yeah, Bear River Electric doing a fantastic job for us. And they don't even have any black lights embedded in the court. Okay, I can't read my roster right now because the lights are off. We'll get you the starting lineup for South Fremont as soon as the lights come back on and I can read some names. It's Robert Reynolds, number 33, and number 2, Cy Hill. Number 12 is Teague Thusen. Number 0 is Nash Brower. And let's see, I'm missing one. So we got 0, Nash Brower, 2, which is Cy Hill, 12, Teague Thusen, 33, which is Robert Reynolds, and is it 22?
23.
Is it 23? Okay, that's Tayson Farley are your starters. Brox Birch will jump it up against Cy Hill, and we'll get this one started. Game 2 for both teams on the season, I think. The first game for South Fremont may have been an exhibition. And Birch controls the tip. Anderson will run it down in the backcourt. And here come the Bears with their opening possession of game 2 on the season. Tafoya with it. He'll drive to the hoop, kick it in the corner to Roberts. Roberts double teamed. He gets it back out. And actually, Farley steps in, takes away. Farley quickly up court. 3-pointer on the way. And no good. That was by Thusen. But the rebound to Thusen. And now back up top to Brower. Now Thusen, he thinks about the 3. No. Brower up between the circles over to Hill. Hill inside. And a foul quickly.
Birch.
As they tried to go into Reynolds, Birch comes over his back and commits the foul.
He got into foul trouble early last night. We'd like to see him stay on the court as long as possible tonight.
Up top, Brower after the foul on the inbounds. And in the corner it goes. Back up top to Brower. Brower drives Thusen for 3. No good. A rebound run down by Reynolds, and he's fouled on the putback.
That goes on Anderson, his first.
So it will put Robert Reynolds on the line. He is a 6'3 junior. Farley out there as a junior. Thusen is a junior. Brower and Hill are also juniors. They only have 1 senior and 1 sophomore on the team. Everybody else is juniors. And Lowe and Gordo are the only 2 non-juniors on this team. He goes 2 for 2 from the line. And on your Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard, it is 2-0 in favor of the Cougars. Quickly up court, Birch with it, getting the ball up court against the press in the corner. Roberts 3. Yes. A Phillips 66 U-save 3-point ball hits the bottom of the net by Cameron Roberts, and the Bears take the lead at 3-2. Phillips 66 U-save live to the full. Brower tries to answer from 3, misses the rim off the backboard in the hands of Birch. Birch to Roberts. Roberts will go to Anderson, and the Bears set the offense. Anderson drives. Roberts, no, this one from the same spot goes off the rim. Anderson chucks up the rebound as he's falling down. He had no choice but to try to check it up there. The miss goes to the Huskies. The Cougars. Nice spin move by Reynolds. It's Reynolds versus Roberts so far. Reynolds winning 4-3, and the Cougars have the 1-point lead. Anderson gets it in the front court to Robinson. Robinson to Birch. Birch down the lane, up with it, no good. Blocked by Reynolds, who gets the rebound. And here come the Cougars all the way to the rim, up and in. That is Nash Brower with the and one opportunity. And the Cougars take the lead 6-3, and Brower has a chance to increase that.
Robinson picking up his first foul, third team foul for the Bears.
And a few people in the crowd saying, hey, that was a foul at the other end as well. And Birch gets the rebound on the miss. So it's 6-3. Anderson and Tafoya playing catch within the backcourt still. Now to Birch. Birch down the lane. Spin move. Up, under. No good. Just couldn't get it quite over the rim. Rebound quickly up ahead to Brower. Tafoya knocks it off. Him out of bounds. And they're going to say South Fremont basketball. Great play there by Tafoya to knock that ball away. Almost got the steal, but they say it trickled out of bounds off of Tafoya. Brower inbounds to Thusen, up top to Hill. Hill looking in the corner to Brower. Underneath to Thusen, back out to Brower. Brower drives. Shot up, no good. Reynolds with the rebound, put back, and he'll get the foul as well. They're going to say it was on Anderson.
That's his second.
And I think that's
quick.
I think that's the wrong call. I think it was on, should have been on Tafoya. Tafoya was the one trying to box him out. So that's a big call because they called it on Anderson, giving him his second foul when it actually should have probably gone on Tafoya. Reynolds makes the foul shot.
He's a good shooter.
It's 9-3. Reynolds with 7 points on the game already. Quickly up ahead to Birch. Roberts misses the three, gets his own rebound. They'll call a foul underneath. It looks like on South Fremont.
White 0. Brower picking up his first.
It was away from the ball
on
the rebound, so I didn't see what happened there. He must have fouled Robinson. Tafoya inbounds baseline. Gets it into Anderson. Anderson, quick three on the way. Yes.
There you go.
Another Phillips 66 three-point shot. That's 2 3-point makes for the Bears already in the game. And they're going to clarify a foul. And it's even the scorer's table and our coaching staff and everybody saying it should have been on number 1. They're going to keep it on 3.
He says it's 3. Okay.
And the official is not going to change it. They blew the ball dead to try to clarify. And that's big because it's 2 on Anderson.
Big size change here. Carpenter coming in for Reynolds.
Yeah, the biggest guy
Reynolds
in the game goes out, and now one of the smallest guys on the court to replace him. In the corner, it goes to Hill. Now to Carpenter in three-point range. Back up top to Brower. Brower to Hill. In the corner to Thusen. Back up to Brower. Roberts knocks it away. Anderson saves it to Roberts. Roberts to Tafoya. Layup. What a play! Roberts started it. Anderson to Roberts. Then to Tafoya quickly down court. Three-point shot on the way. Wow. And Farley gets the Phil 66. You say three-point shot. That's how you break a press. Is the Bears were still running back down court after their made shot. And that's a turnover. An easy layup for Thulson. And the foul on Tafoya. Tafoya threw the pass over the head of Anderson. Anderson tried to save it, but went inbounds and created an easy break for the Cougars. Thusen makes it, and Tafoya compounds it by picking up the foul.
Yeah, that's his first, but it's the 5th team foul. So we've still got 4.5 minutes left to go in this quarter, and they're already in the bonus. They're already shooting.
And
Saxton coming in for Tafoya.
Bears, the last night it was all defense the first quarter for both teams. Tonight it's all offense. It's already 15-8. So the Bears already in better shape than they were last night at this point offensively, but defensively they have given up 15 after only giving up 2. Anderson with it going down the lane. He'll pull it back out, set the offense. He had Saxton open underneath, shoots the 3 instead. It's missed, but the rebound Birch tipped it out, and it's still a scramble on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball. And I believe it's going to be South Fremont basketball.
Scrum. That's a nice way to put it.
15-8 is your score. Bears on pace for a decent first quarter scoring, but they've got to settle down on defense.
By the way, Gordo came into the game replacing Thusen.
And Roberts knocks it away, but ricochets into the hands of Farley. Three-pointer on the way is no good. Anderson with the rebound. Is Brower with the miss. And here comes the Bears. Anderson goes to Birch. Birch in the corner to Roberts. Roberts for three. And he made one early from there, and that was another good look, but it just rims out. Brower all the way with the rebound, and the other end puts it in.
He's
and a quick
quick.
timeout.
Yeah. Yep.
The Cougars like to get out and run. It's a 60-second timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back in 60 on the SVI Sports Network.
I'm Ben Olson. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and just joined Bear Lake Memorial. I'm originally from here in Bear Lake, graduated in 1997, went to undergrad in Pocatello at Idaho State, went to med school in Missouri, residency in Ohio, practiced in Northeastern Oregon for the last 11 years. I'm excited to come back home. You kind of grow up doing a lot of outdoor stuff like hiking and hunting and fishing, and that's kind of what we would do as a family. Now, you know, as your kids get older, your life is focused around them, so then you chase them around with all their sporting activities, and that's been a lot of fun. Probably the thing I love the most is taking somebody that can't find relief and offering them a surgical alternative and seeing the change that can happen. My goal for my patients is to earn your trust and take you through that journey and offer them some relief from what they're suffering from.
South Fremont Cougars, quick offense, and it's working for them. 17-8 is your score, as they are scoring early and often in this one. And the Bears had the lead at 3-2, and it's been all South Fremont since then. And the Cougars lead at 17-8. Birch double teamed, and now the ball is knocked away, and it's picked up by Anderson. He had a shot, passes it up. Instead, it goes out to Saxton. And now back to Anderson with 29 seconds on the shot clock. Roberts with it in the corner, being harassed by Hill. Gets it to Birch. Birch inside to Robinson. Gets everybody in the air. And he missed the turnaround jumper. And Brower comes away with it. Quickly up ahead, and in the corner, it goes to Carpenter, Brower, Gordo, Hill, and Gordo with it to Brower. There's keeping it on the perimeter, looking for something inside. The Bears are doing a good job of keeping the entry pass from happening. Brower now releases the three.
They're shooters.
20-8. Wow, what an offensive explosion. Robinson with it to Birch. Birch down the lane. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. No, they're saying on the ground. So Brox Birch goes to the basket with some authority. Gets fouled on the drive.
All right, coming back into the game, we've got Thusen, Farley, and for the first appearance, a Beglin.
Saxton will inbound. Robinson's being replaced by Argyle for Bear Lake. Saxton comes up top to Roberts. Roberts back to Anderson. Anderson now set the offense. Dribbles down the lane, kick in the corner. No, he's going to just pump fake and shoot and score. Nice move there by Anderson. Fake the pass to the corner, shot it himself, and scores. 20-10 is the score on the Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard in favor of the South Fremont Cougars. Hill will shoot from three, no good. Rebound, Brox Birch. Anderson did a great job of boxing out there. Birch cleans up the board, quickly up ahead to Roberts. Back to Anderson, now to Birch. Birch thinks about the three, drives the lane. Layup is good. Nice move by Brox Birch. 20-12. The Bears have cut into the South Fremont lead. Quickly up ahead to Thulson. Up top now to Farley. Over to Hill. Hill back to Farley. In the corner, Thulson. He goes inside to Reynolds. Reynolds strong up with it. Can't get it to go. Rebound taken down by Hill. He chucks it outside, and an air ball from three. And then Saxton comes down with it. That was Abelgan. Abeglin
I
on that
said a Beglin,
3-point
I'm
shot.
not sure. Sorry if we're saying that wrong.
And Saxton with it. He's going to go inside to Birch. Turnaround jumper all alone, but he misses. Rebound by Roberts. And Saxton now with it. He'll go to Argyle. Argyle baseline jumper. Yes. It's 20-14. The Bears fighting back in it as they have scored 6 in a row. It was 20-8. It's 20-14. Farley to Hill in the corner. Fulson pump fake, shoot. No good. A rebound to Argyle. So the Bears defense has picked up the last couple of possessions. Saxton will bring the ball up the court and go to Anderson on the wing out near the logo. Baseline, Roberts. Yes, for 2. And the Bears have cut the lead to 4. They were down by a dozen. They've scored 8 in a row. The lead is now 4, 20-16. Farley kicks it over to Hill. Hill inside to Reynolds. Reynolds turns around, blocked by Argyle. Rebound and shot by Farley, no good. And Birch gets the board. The Bears, as Anderson comes down, lays it up, cut the score to a 2-point game. 20-18, quickly up ahead. It goes to Beglin, and he gets the bank shot to go. With 3 seconds left, Anderson will shoot from half court, and it's partially blocked by Beglin. And after 1 quarter of fast break basketball,
Wow.
22-18 is your score. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the second quarter here on the SVI Sports Network.
I'm John Pym, Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine, DO. Interacting with wonderful people every day, being able to maybe make a small impact in their lives for good. I don't think that life gets any better than that. I am really excited to be here practicing in Bear Lake and be a good source for you and your family to take care of your healthcare needs.
We're back in St. Anthony, Idaho, as the Bear Lake Bears taking on the South Fremont Cougars. Second quarter ready to begin in a fast break basketball game. 22-18. At the end of 1 quarter last night, it was 12-2. And tonight it's 22-18. South Fremont jumped out to a 20-8 lead, and the Bear Lake Bears scored 10 straight to cut it down to a 2-point game. A 2-point bucket by a Beglin right at the end of the quarter to give the Cougars the 4-point lead. The Bears will start the quarter with the basketball. It is Argyle, Birch, Saxton out there with Anderson and Roberts. Roberts with 5 first quarter points for the Bears. And Saxton has the ball knocked away, but he gets it back. And then it's knocked away again. He recovers again, gets it over to Anderson near half court. 19 seconds on the shot clock as Anderson drives, pump fakes the 3, now goes to Saxton. Saxton down the lane, up and over the rim and in. Bears cut it back to a 2-point game at 22-20. Saxton with about the 10-foot jumper there. Brower goes to Carpenter, back to Brower, over to Hurt, who's in the game for the first time, back up to Brower. Now to Carpenter to Brower, in the corner to Hurt, out in 3-point range, looking inside to Farley, not there. Brower for 3. It's no good. And the rebound to Birch. Birch ahead to Argyle. Argyle's going to push it in the corner to Saxton. Saxton down the lane. Nice pass back to Argyle. He misses. Gets his own rebound out to Anderson. Anderson for 3. That's no good. And a rebound to Brower. Anderson, I think, rushed that one just a little bit, and it was long. And Brower throws it away. I thought Saxton might have tipped that, but they say no. And the Bear Lake Bears have the ball back with a chance to tie or take the lead.
Hill and Gordo coming into the game for Farley and
Thusen. So Anderson will bring it into the front court. Goes to Saxton.
Whoa, what?
3-second lane violation. Argyle must have been in the lane the whole time as the ball was coming down the court, because that was very quick. 3-second violation. Turnover on the Bears. Brower will bring the ball into the front court. Goes over to Carpenter. Carpenter to Hill. Back to Brower. To Carpenter up top. To Gordo. Back up top. Inside it goes to Hill at the foul line. Brower, 3-point range, drives, kicks it to Hill. Hill is going to drive, be cut off by Anderson. He'll come back out to Brower. 14-second shot clock. Up top to Carpenter. Carpenter to Brower. Brower fakes the three, drives the lane, and he's fouled by Roberts. It's blocked by Birch. I think they're going to call the foul on Roberts.
That'll be his first.
With all the physicality they've let go on both ends, and they call that one. I'm not saying it wasn't a foul, but compared to what they've been letting go at both ends of the court, that was a kind of a ticky tack, but it'll send Brower to the line. He'll shoot a pair from the Southeast Idaho Steel foul line, our new foul line sponsor for the basketball season, Southeast Idaho Steel. He makes the first, then leads back to 3.
Robinson Tafoya coming in, replacing Roberts and
Argyle. Brower's second foul shot is good. It's back to a 4-point game. At 24-20 on the Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard with the South Fremont Cougars in the lead. Farley and Reynolds will check in at the next timeout for the Cougars. Saxton go up top to Tafoya. Tafoya goes to Birch. Out on the elbow down to Robinson, top of the key. He'll hand off to Anderson. Anderson goes behind the screen. And it's taken away by Gordo. Is tried to get the pass into Robinson on the pick and roll. Gordo gets the steal. Brower with it. Now he goes baseline. Corner 3 on the way from Hill. Rims out. And Saxton secures the board for the Bears. Quickly into the front court with it. And he'll go to Anderson. Anderson steps into the long 3 ball. No good. Robinson clears up the rebound. Gets the putback doesn't go. Birch got the rebound. He can't get the putback to go, but he kicks it out to Saxton. Now Anderson for another 3. This one's good. That's a Phil 66 3-point shot. It is a 1-point game. It was 20-8, and the Bears are on a 15-4 run since then, and it's now a 1-point game as Gordo has the ball out in 3-point range. Now to Brower. Brower back to Gordo. Gordo will try the 3. It's good.
Wow.
Another Phil 66, you say 3-point shot, and these two teams are living to the full. They're filling up the scoreboard tonight, 27-23 in the early going of the second quarter. Robinson, baseline jumper. Yes. Good again. Nice assist there by Anderson, and the Bears still sticking with it. And it is 27-25. 3-point shot on the way from the corner by Carpenter. No good. Birch had the rebound. And he is fouled.
Who's that hurt? Did that go on hurt?
I think it went on Carpenter.
They're saying.
Oh no, you're correct. You're correct. Number 4. I looked at the board and it said 104. And I was thinking 4 fouls on 1. It was the other way around. So Anderson into the front court. Gets it to Saxton. Saxton looking for the cutter. Nothing there. So he'll kick in the corner now to Tafoya. Tafoya's double teamed. Throws it off of the leg of the South Fremont Cougar. It'll be Bear Lake basketball baseline. 27-25 is the score with 4:28 left in the first quarter. This has been an entertaining basketball game, fast break basketball game. As Saxton, with the inbounds pass, tries to go to Birch. It is tipped away, and Reynolds comes up with it. So it was a turnover on the inbound. Brower down the lane, picked up by Tafoya. Now to Reynolds. Reynolds drives the lane, goes up with it, no good, gets his own rebound. Putback is no good, and Caden Anderson clears up the boards for the Bears. So the Bears defense has definitely tightened up. Anderson in the corner, and he traveled with it. He didn't think he did. The coach didn't think he did. He said he moved his pivot foot before he made the pass. So a turnover for the Bears. 4:02 left in this first half. It was 22-18 at the end of the first quarter. It's 27-25 now. So the defense is picked up by both teams here in the second quarter. Ball goes inside to Farley. Baseline jumper, no good. Reynolds gets the rebound and gets fouled. Nice pump fake there by Reynolds.
That foul goes on Birch, his second.
And if I'm not mistaken, Reynolds is perfect for the night so far from the foul line. I think he's made 3 or 4 from there. We'll see what he can do here. He'll shoot 2 more. His first one is off the back of the rim and no good from the Southeast Idaho Steel foul line. So the lead remains 27-25 for the Cougars.
Roberts back in the game for Saxton.
Reynolds with the second foul shot is up. And that one hits the front of the rim, rolls over and in. Full timeout taken by the Cougars. We'll take it with them. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the SVI Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Trevor Jacobson. I'm a family practice provider here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. After graduating high school at Bear Lake High School, I went to BYU, Idaho to play baseball. After a year, went on a LDS mission to Chile. Ended up going to medical school at the University of Utah. Did family practice in Salt Lake City. Worked in Hawaii for a time, and then back here when this job opened up. Being able to practice back here has always been a dream. I've been working here at the hospital for almost 10 years. What I like about family practice is you get to see a little bit of everything. And in a rural setting, you get to do a lot of things that you don't normally get to do. My passion's spending time with my family, particularly outdoors. A lot of whitewater rafting in the summer, snow skiing in the winter. What makes me feel good at the end of the day is just connecting with my patients. We look forward to seeing you and taking care of you.
Bear Lake Bears trail the South Fremont Cougars, but just by 3 points as the Bears have fought back after South Fremont jumped out to the big 12-point lead in the first quarter. Is now just a 3-point ball game. Bears have the ball. Tafoya with it in the backcourt. He gets it out of the trap to Anderson. Anderson gets it into the front court to Birch, but Birch fumbles it, and it's picked up by Brower. Pass was just a little bit out in front of him. He couldn't control it, and here come the Huskies. Hill back up top, Brower. Brower thinks about the three. Instead, he goes to Farley inside. Ball is knocked away, but secured by Reynolds. Nothing. Reynolds is having himself a night on the interior. That looked like a good play by the Bears. They knocked the ball away. It trickled in the hands of Reynolds, and he gets the layup. And Birch, with the 2 fouls, is unable to do much about that one. Birch spins down the lane. He'll kick it. Had the ball knocked away by Farley. It's on the floor. Farley's going to get a travel call. He switched butt cheeks.
Yeah, can't do that.
Can't do that.
You gotta stay on your pivot cheek.
Your pivot cheek, and he switched cheeks as he threw the ball pass, and so it goes as a turnover right back to the Bears. And Anderson will set the offense. Fresh shot clock into the corner to Roberts. Roberts looking for the cutter. We'll get it to Tafoya in the corner. Tafoya looking inside for Robinson. Instead, back up to Roberts. Roberts will dribble with the left hand to the top of the key. Over on the elbow to Anderson. Now on top, the foul line jumper from Robinson is good. Gavin Robinson, he's got 4 points, I think, on the night after making that foul line jumper, and it's a 3-point game, 30-27. So the Bears withstood the barrage of points early and are fought back in this one. Brower, deep three, no good. And Thusen secures the rebound. And he'll come back out. Brower thinks about the three, drives, foul line jumper, no good. Anderson gets the rebound this time, pushes quickly in the front court. He's got numbers. He goes to Tafoya. Tafoya with quick three. Yes! We're tied at 30 off Tafoya. Phil 66, you say 3-point make, and it's a tie ball game. It is a 22-10 run after the Cougars jumped out the big lead, and then the air ball, but the rebound and put back by Reynolds. How many points did he have?
Reynolds is 11. 11 points for Reynolds. He's a big kid, but he plays with finesse. Like when he shoots the ball, it does not reflect his size. I don't feel like.
The Bears did a good job defensively to not allow a very good shot. Brower kind of forced it up. It was an air ball, and it was picked up by Reynolds, and he was almost too far underneath the basket. But like you said, he used some finesse, got it up off the backboard when he shouldn't have even been able to get to the backboard. And
kind of just rolls off his fingers up there.
Quick timeout taken by Coach Warden. I'm sure what he's talking about is, hey, we cannot let him continue to dominate on the interior. He's got 11 of their 32. 32-30 already with 1:58 left in the first half. After the 30-second timeout taken by the Bears, they'll have the ball with a chance to tie this game right back up. The three ball has been good for the Bears. Anderson, I believe, has one. Roberts has one. And Tafoya has one. And the Bears are in this game 32-30 just before halftime as Anderson brings the ball in the front court. Defended out there by Thusen. He drives the lane now, kicking the corner to Roberts. Roberts looking inside to Birch, and Hill steps in, gets the steal. So Brower coming the other way. Brower down the lane and all the way to the hoop, misses. Rebound by Roberts, and he's fouled. Good job defensively by the Bears, again, to force a bad shot. I think Brower thought he had an easier look at it. He didn't have to throw up something at the end. Doesn't go in. Roberts secures the rebound. Reynolds steps in and fouls him. That was Reynolds' first foul, and the Bears have a chance to tie or retake the lead. Tafoya goes inside to Birch. Birch with the spin move, kicks it out to Anderson. Bad pass. Anderson was set for the three-point shot. Birch thought he was going to cut to the corner, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Cougar basketball after the turnover by the Bears. Brower stops out in three-point range, picked up there in the zone defense by Tafoya. He'll hand to Carpenter on the dribble. Carpenter will dribble over, hand it to Hill. Hill back to Farley in the corner. Brower open for three. No good. Rebound to Brox Birch. Bears defense has settled down since early in this game. They allowed a lot of points early. Robinson drives, has the ball knocked away, but Anderson will pick it up, and then he's fouled. Nice play there by Anderson to pick up that loose ball and draw the foul.
That goes on Carpenter. That'll be his second.
So Birch with two for the Bears, and now Carpenter with two for the Cougars. Bears have a 35-second shot clock, 50-second game clock. They can play 2 for 1 if they go quickly here. Tafoya looking for the cutter in the corner. It's Roberts. Roberts looking inside for Robinson. He'll have to come back out to Tafoya. And now on the opposite side, same play. This side time he does get into Robinson. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound is tipped by Birch out to Robinson to Roberts. Three ball on the way. Yes! Phil 66, you say three-point shot by Cameron Roberts, and the Bears take the lead 33-32. The Cougars will work for the last shot of the half. The Bears looked like they were down and out early. They were down 20-8. They have fought all the way back and now have a 1-point lead as Brower drives, and he's going to go up top now. The pass is taken away. Roberts has the ball. Anderson comes down. He'll kick it to Tafoya. Tafoya for three at the buzzer. No! That would have been a backbreaker as the Bears would have gone up by 4. But they go into halftime with the lead nonetheless at 33-32. What a first half comeback for the Bears.
Yeah.
After it looked like they were going to get buried early in this one. They were down 20-8 in the first quarter and outscored the South Fremont Cougars the rest of the way to take a 33-32 lead into halftime. What a second quarter for Bear Lake. And we'll go to half. We'll take a 90-second break. We'll come back in 90 seconds with some halftime stats here on the SVI Sports Network.
Nice job, Martin. Looking good. Oh, it's the funny car guy.
Hey, you got Napa know-how too, huh? Yep.
Well, Martin does go 200 miles an hour. Ron breaks 300 in 4 seconds. Yeah, in a straight line. That's real hard. You drive in a circle. You don't even steer. Look at me.
Hey, you
I
too.
turn left.
Don't make me go get my can.
Your can's old. Quiet! Matlock's on!
That's Daryl's can.
Boogity, boogity!
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, it's not only about mining phosphate for production of crop nutrients that support Western U.S. farmers and ranchers. It's about supporting our employees, neighbors, and local communities and their families. From providing quality competitive jobs to being an active partner in our local communities. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine. Passion for people and supporting local families by bringing Earth's resources to life.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, safety is our top priority, not just for our employees, but for their families too. Our commitment extends beyond the workplace as we proudly support and contribute to the local community in meaningful ways. We're more than just a mine. We're a pillar of strength for those who live here. Discover how we make a difference at Simplot.com. Join us in fostering a safer, stronger community. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
It's halftime as the Bear Lake Bears here in St. Anthony have a 1-point lead over the South Fremont Cougars. Here at halftime, they did a shootout from half court. I don't know what they were going to win, but Abby Humphreys from Bear Lake, one of the girls' varsity players, was chosen and it was just a little bit too hard off the backboard and out. And then the South Fremont boy shot, and it was off the top of the backboard. Abby's was way closer. So
Way closer.
we're going to say the
Of course it was.
half court shootout goes to the Bear Lake Bears, even though it wasn't actually a competition that way.
No.
They were competing against
Maybe
themselves.
what they were trying to win, but
All right,
you
let's.
almost got it.
And the girl, she had a good game in the varsity game. She scored 4 points, had some assists. So let's talk stats as you watch this. I'm not sure what kind of competition this is going to be, but we're going to do a halftime competition.
They have to race each other. They have to
So it looks like a relay race of some kind.
jump. It's like jump rope with a pool noodle, and there's 4 teams, and they have to compete against each other.
And it's about half their student body. I would say that Bear Lake has almost as big as student section.
Agreed.
Because the entire girls team is here.
Right.
So, okay, let's do some halftime stats. Who did the damage for the South Fremont Cougars?
Reynolds is a powerhouse underneath that basket, and he has 11 points at halftime, shooting 50% across the board until he gets to the foul shots, and then he's 75%, 3 out of 4. He's also got 7 of their 16 rebounds. He's got a steal. He's got a block. He's just incredible. 9 points for Brower, shooting 30% overall, 40% from the 2-point, 1 out of 5, 20% from the 3-point line, and 2 for 3, 66% from the foul line. All right. Thusen with 3 points. Shooting 25%, 1 for 4 from the field, and that came in the 2-point range. And then Gordo with 3, he's 100%, 1 for 1 from the 3-point line. Farley, 4 points, 1 for 5. He has 20% shooting, and he's 1 from the 3-point line and 1 for 1 from the 3 foul shots. They have 16 rebounds total as a team. I'm very distracted by this game. This is super cool.
They have to do.
They have to become a human Christmas tree.
They have to blow up a balloon right now.
Oh, in their cup.
Hold a cup with the balloon that they blow up. And it's a class competition. The seniors are in the lead. There's 3 on each team. And now they have to turn one of them into a human Christmas tree. I hope you can see this a little bit.
Super fun. I want to do this.
And
of course, they got the Christmas music going on behind. Oh, it's green tape.
It's
or crepe paper.
Crepe paper.
It'd be funnier if it were tape.
They get more points if their hands are in the air.
Tinsel.
Now they're wrapped them in tinsel.
Only one class has got their hands in the air.
And then they got to hold a star when they're done.
There they go. I am doing this at my Christmas party. Oh, we're doing this.
I get to be the play-by-play announcer.
This is awesome. I don't know what class this is, but they're winning because they have more green on their tree.
The seniors are just doing all theirs right in the middle.
Yeah.
I think they have to wrap the whole thing of crepe paper around. It doesn't matter what it looks like. And then they got to put a star on their forehead. And then tinsel. Anyway.
Oh, this is epic. I love it. Okay. For the Bears tonight, 10 points for Anderson, 8 points for Roberts. We've got 5 points for Tafoya, 4 for Robinson, 2 for Birch, 2 for Argyle, 2 for Saxton. The Bears are shooting 46% overall. They're 9 out of 17. Or 52% from the 2-point range, 5 out of 13 for 38% from the 3-point range. And they have not taken a single foul shot, the Bears. All right. They have 22 total rebounds, 7 offensive, 15 defensive. We also have 3 steals collectively as a team, 9 turnovers. The Bears with fouls, Anderson with 2, Birch with 2, Robinson, Roberts, and Tafoya all with 1 foul. The Cougars outscored the Bears 22-18 in the first period, and the Bears outscored the Cougars 15-10 in the second quarter. And at halftime, Bears lead this one 33-32.
So the answer to the question we had at the beginning of the game is who's going to step up with Tate Ewing on the bench tonight? The answer is yes.
Everybody.
Everybody has stepped up.
Everybody looks better. Yes.
Roberts with 8 points. in that first half. He started the scoring for the Bears with the 3-point shot, the Phillips 66 U-Save 3-pointer from the corner, and he was one of the last ones to score with the Phillips 66 U-Save 3-point shot. He's got 8, but it's been a very balanced night. We talked about Birch needing to stay out of foul trouble. He's done that. He got 1 early. He got a second one late, but he only has 2 going into halftime instead of the 3 he had last night. The defense started out looking bad.
Yeah.
At one point in the game, in the first quarter, they had allowed 20 points. They only allowed 10 in the second quarter. It was 22-18 after 1, and the Bears won the second quarter 15-10. So outscored the South Fremont Cougars. And early in the first quarter, they were way down 20-8. So if you go back from that 20-8 score since then, it's 25-12 in favor of the Bears. So after a rough start, the Bears picked it up intensity-wise. Coach Ward saw what was going on, called a quick timeout, and the Bears turned on the defense and got themselves right back in this basketball game. So I do like that. What I like to see in the second half is the intensity they played the end of the half with to go for the entire 2 quarters as the Bears looking to knock off the South Fremont Cougars. If you are just joining us today, where have you been?
Yeah, where have you been?
This is our 3rd show of the day. We did our morning show. We did a girls basketball game in Sugar-Salem. Now we're doing this game in South Fremont, and it's been a great day. If you're just joining us, the girls knocked off Grantsville, Utah, in the Sugar-Salem tournament, and Bears ran away with it. The fourth quarter, they went up by 30-plus points at one point and ended up winning it by about 30. Just a great game. Shut down Grantsville. Grantsville was 3-1 on the season going into the game. No, 3-2 on the season going into the game, and the Bears knocked them off. And every game except for one other one, Grantsville had scored over 50 points, and the Bears held them to under 30.
Yeah.
What a game for the Bear Lake girls. They're off to a great start on the season. Their only loss was to the defending state champion Sugar-Salem Diggers, and that may be a preview of the state championship game, as the Sugar-Salem and Bear Lake played for the state championship last year. Wouldn't be surprised at all if we see those 2 teams back in it this year. And Bears
don't want to get too hasty in our predictions because you don't want to have to eat your words at the end of the season. But yes, I agree.
Anything can happen, obviously, but the way Bear Lake's playing so far, they absolutely, other than Sugar-Salem, have looked dominant in their other games. Yesterday, the final score was much closer. By talking to the people that were at the game, Bears only won by 3 yesterday against Blackfoot, which is a 5A team. We're 4A, but it wasn't quite as close as that. The Bears led by a dozen going into the fourth quarter, and there was a 4-point play basically at the closing buzzer. Bears were up by 7, 3-pointer and a foul, and the foul shot was made to score 4 points within the last very few seconds of the game to cut that one down to a much closer on the scoreboard game than it actually was. Right. And so the Bears and picking up a win over a couple of schools that are a lot bigger than they are in Blackfoot and then Grantsville today. Tomorrow, a lot tougher test for the girls. They take on Syracuse.
Yeah.
And Syracuse is a big, tall team. That one should be a great test for Bears. I think it's a winnable game, but from talking to Coach Wells, it will be a lot harder game than they saw today for sure, and we'll see how Bear Lake can do against Syracuse and their height. Today, the Bears had a huge height advantage, and that was a big part of it. And tomorrow, they may be at a slight disadvantage when it comes to height, although Crockett and Wells are some tall timber in there, and Crockett plays even taller than she is because she's got that long reach and does a lot of damage. And Wells, both of them had great games defensively, a lot of block shots, a lot of rebounds. We'll see.
Hickman also plays much bigger than she is.
Yeah,
she's a force.
She knows how to use her body to get position, and she does a good job.
Her brothers that she had to play against all growing up, and
she's
she worked
tough.
the ranch.
Yeah, I'd say
the cattle ranch, so she's tough.
No insult to her brothers, but I'd say she's tougher.
Oh man,
she had some off-season injuries that she had to deal with, and she's having a great year so far.
Yep, great athlete.
Great job for the Bear Lake Bears so far on the season on the girls' side of things. The boys looking to get into the win column. Tomorrow, these Bears are right back in action at Teton. We'll have the girls' game on at 10:30 tomorrow morning versus Syracuse, and then we'll weather permitting, and I'm going to put that as a big caveat because there's a winter storm warning up here, and getting over the pass to Teton maybe not our best option. But weather permitting, we'll have the Teton Bear Lake boys game tomorrow night from Teton High School over there in Driggs. If you're just joining us, also Tate Ewing out tonight with a sprained wrist. So our starting lineup for the Bears: Tafoya, Anderson, out there with Roberts, Birch, and Robison. Brower, Thusen, Farley, Hill, and Reynolds out there for the Cougars. Reynolds with it at the top of the key. Goes over to Brower. Brower with the pick and roll action. Well defended by the Bears. In the corner it goes to Thusen. Inside to Reynolds. He is double teamed and he throws it away. Bears force the turnover.
Great defense by the Bears.
And Reynolds tried to make the sneaky pass behind his back, and Thusen can't run it down. So it's a turnover on the first possession. The Bears can extend their lead. Bears' biggest lead of the game is 1. South Fremont's biggest lead of the game is 12. And Tafoya has it knocked away by Brower. Gets it back, goes to Anderson. Anderson to Birch at the top of the key. Birch will shoot the 3. I thought that was good.
Good. Yeah.
Corrals the carom. Whipley up ahead. Thusen in the corner. Drives. Ball's knocked away. Taken away. Anderson comes away with it quickly up ahead to Birch. Birch up and in. Brower tried to draw the offensive foul. Birch avoided the contact, and the Bears lead is 3. Their biggest lead of the game is Birch gets the first 2 points of the second half, and the Bears lead at 35-32 on the Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard. Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare, you can count on them to care. Hill will go to Reynolds, top of the key, over to Brower on the elbow. Brower gets the screen. Pick and roll action's not there. Well defended in the corner. Farley, quick 3 on the way. Rims out. Robinson corrals the rebound, and the Bears have a chance to extend their lead. Quickly up ahead to Tafoya. Tafoya will shoot the 3, leaves it short, and the rebound goes to Farley. Farley will come into the front court, go to Brower. Brower drives, spins up, no good. Rebound by Hill, it's no good. Birch gets the rebound. Roberts did a good job on forcing Brower's shot to miss. And then the putback, no good. Robinson will drive the lane, have it knocked away, but he's fouled.
They're going to call that on Reynolds from behind, I believe.
Yep, it looks like it. 33.
His second.
Nice move there by Robinson. And if I'll say on behalf of the South Fremont Cougars, if he does knock that one away, it's probably going to be an easy bucket for Robinson as he was headed down the lane.
He'll Hurt and Gordo coming in for Reynolds and Thusen.
So Robinson will kick it out to Birch. Birch over to Tafoya. Tafoya to Anderson. And the Bears set the offense. They've got the only 2 points of the third quarter here. Goes inside to Robinson. Robinson baseline goes to Birch. Birch kicks it out to Roberts. Roberts 3-point shot on the way. No good. And Brower comes away with it into the front court. And he's going to kick in the corner. Hurt for 3. No good. Anderson can't corral the rebound. It goes to Gordo. Gordo to Brower. Back up top to Hill, to Gordo. And Brower will take the 3 this time. NBA range, no good. And rebound to Farley. It's knocked away from him by Tafoya. And then Robinson. And now back to Tafoya. The Bears set the offense. Anderson releases the 3. It's no good. And they're going to call the foul on the rebound against the Bear Lake Bears.
Birch, his third.
Great defense to start the second half for the Bears. They have not a lot of point. 35-32 the score. The Bears up by 3 on your Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard. Hurt to Hill. And he goes up top to Farley. Hands off to Hill. Hill down the lane. Kicks it out to Hurt in the corner to Hill. Hill up top to Brower. Brower over to Farley. Farley is going to drive. Cut off by Birch and taken away by Roberts. Good team defense there. Roberts and Birch work together. Birch was in front of him. Roberts picked his pocket, and the Bears have the ball. Tafoya on the perimeter. He'll drive, shoot, and too long. Rebound to Hill. Hill quickly in the front court. He goes ahead to Farley. Back to Hill. Hill shoots the long 3. We're tied. Phil 66, you say 3-point make, and we're tied at 35. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the SVI Sports Network. The Bear Lake Bears and the South Fremont Cougars all tied up at 35. 2 buckets in the second half, one by either team. The first quarter was 22-18. Since then, it's 17-13 in a quarter and a half. So the defense has settled down, and the Bears have the ball in a tie ball game, 35-35 on the Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard. Tafoya goes to Birch on the baseline, inside to Robinson. Robinson up and under move. And it's no good. I don't know how that missed. It was down and in and came back out. Here comes Farley now to Brower. Brower drives, and that's got to be offensive.
Wow.
They call him Tafoya.
His second.
I think that actually bails out Brower because he ran over Birch, and I think they would have called the offensive foul, but they said Tafoya got him on the reach in on the drive.
Yep.
Sends Brower to the Southeast Idaho Steel foul line with a chance to give the Cougars the lead, and he does. 36-35, Southeast Idaho Steel. You want a great Christmas gift? Contact them for one of their steel signs. We have one at our house. They are
so
awesome.
Pretty. Yep. They do a great job.
Brower goes 2 for 2, and the lead is now 2 as the Cougars have scored 5 straight after the Bears took a 3-point lead. Cougars had a 12-point lead in the first half. The Bears have had a 3-point lead as their largest. It came here early in the second half. Tafoya with the ball up top. Now he goes to Anderson on the wing. Anderson goes to Birch. Top of the key. Birch will back it out. He's looking for Robinson underneath, and Robinson's got to clear the key. He does. Back to Birch. Now to Robinson. Robinson in the corner to Roberts. Roberts with a 3-point shot. Rushed it a little bit. Goes right into the hands of Birch. He's fouled on the putback. So even though Roberts rushed his shot a little bit there just at the end of the shot clock, the rebound and putback leads to a foul. And Birch will go to the Southeast Idaho Steel foul line.
Brower picking up his second foul.
So Birch can tie this game right back up with a couple of free shots, and he makes the first. Saxton off the bench. He'll replace Tafoya. Argyle in for Robinson. Birch can tie us up. Bears down by just a point, 37-36. Game of runs early in the first half, and since then it's been a back-and-forth battle. And Reynolds corrals the miss quickly up court. Hey, that's South Fremont using the Bears offense against them. That's an old Bear Lake play on the foul shot. It's what we call rebel. And Brower has to kick it in the corner to Carpenter, back to Brower, now out to Hill. Hill for 3. That's no good, but Gordo's all over it. Wow! Argyle with the block. It goes in the corner, and the ball's on the floor. Birch is going to pick it up, but Gordo steps in and steals the pass. And now in the corner, Brower for 3. Yes. Great hustle play by both teams after Argyle's block, and Saxton quickly down court. Tries to answer, no good. And the rebound to Carpenter. So they filled 66. You saved 3-point shot. And now at the other end, Reynolds with the easy bucket, and the lead back to 6 for the South Fremont Cougars. Timeout, Bear Lake. We'll take a 60-second break on the SVI Sports Network.
I'm Ben Olson. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and just joined Bear Lake Memorial. I'm originally from here in Bear Lake, graduated in 1997, went to undergrad in Pocatello at Idaho State, went to med school in Missouri, residency in Ohio, practiced in Northeastern Oregon for the last 11 years. I'm excited to come back home. You kind of grow up doing a lot of outdoor stuff like hiking and hunting and fishing, and that's kind of what we would do as a family. Now, you know, as your kids get older, your life is focused around them, so then you chase them around with all their sporting activities, and that's been a lot of fun. Probably the thing I love the most is taking somebody that can't find relief and offering them a surgical alternative and seeing the change that can happen. My goal for my patients is to earn your trust and take you through that journey and offer them some relief from what they're suffering from.
I like that.
The timeout sponsored by MC Hammer. They played can't touch this during the timeout. Saxon with the ball out of timeout goes to Anderson against the full court pressure. Anderson loses the ball. Takes it away. Now to Hill. Hill to Reynolds. Reynolds in the corner to Gordo, back up top to Carpenter. The Bears recover, fortunately. That could have been an easy bucket there. And Brower will set the offense with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. The Bears were down by 1 and looked like they had a steal. Gordo stepped in and stole the ball back. It ended up in a 3-point shot from Brower. And then with a quick bucket on the other end, back on that same end. And what looked like it could have been, what was a 1-point game turned into a 6-point game. Now Brower off the miss, gets the shoots the 3-point shot again, misses, and now almost stolen away by the Cougars. Brower with the diving play to try to get the steal as they had Saxton double teamed in the corner, but it'll be Bear Lake basketball.
Got some substitutions for the Cougars. Thusen and Farley back in, replacing Carpenter and Gordo.
Bears have the ball. Cougars have the 6-point lead, 42-36, 2:06 left in the third quarter in what's been a very entertaining basketball game so far. Biggest lead of the night for the Cougars is 12. Biggest lead of the night for the Bears is 3. 3-pointer from the corner is no good. Rebound to Brower. Brower quickly into the front court. He's going to drive, be cut off, and have his shot blocked by Argyle.
Oh.
But they're saying the foul before the putback. The foul was on Argyle. Say it wasn't a clean block. So Brower will go to the foul line. And I think if you're South Fremont, you wish that foul wouldn't have been called because Cy Hill had cleaned up the boards and had the easy putback. Would have been an 8-point game. Brower now has to earn it from the foul line. He gets the first from the Southeast Idaho Steel foul line. And it's a now 6-0 run for South Fremont. It was a 1-point game. It's now a 7-point game. Chance to make it 8 for Brower, and he does get the shot to go. So the Bears had cut it to a 1-point game, and the Cougars have pushed it back now to an 8-point lead at 44-36. Anderson goes to Roberts. Roberts looking to Birch on the baseline, gets it to him. Birch, nobody to get it to inside, so we'll go cross court to Anderson instead. Top of the key, Birch straight away for 3. Oh, just about
good.
An inch short, hit front of the rim, back of the rim, and off. Brower the other way with it. He's going to drive the lane, goes all the way in, up and in, and he's fouled.
Wow.
Nice pump fake there by Brower, draws the foul, gets the layup to go.
That goes on Anderson, so that's his third.
And what was a 1-point ball game, Bears in fact had a 3-point lead at 35-32. And since then, it's 14-1 run, and Brower with a chance to complete the 3-point play and make it a 14.
He does. Reynolds to the bench, a Beglin in for him for just a quick breather.
It's a 15-1 run right now for South Fremont. They push the lead back to 11. Anderson with a great pass to Argyle. Argyle goes up and is fouled.
I like that. That was a great pass.
Good pass and good pump fake there by Argyle to earn himself a trip to the line.
A Beglin picking up his first foul. That's their 4th team foul. The Bears, their 3rd team foul. The Bears currently with 4.
Argyle to the Southeast Idaho Steel foul line. First one's over the rim and in. And that ends a 10-0 run for the Cougars. And it cuts it back to a 10-point game, make it a 9-point game, 2 for 2 for Argyle. Farley will inbound to Thusen, now back to Farley. Bears with some full court pressure, forces the turnover, thrown away. Farley led Thusen just a little bit too much and into the South Fremont bench. The Bears forced the turnover and now down by 9, can cut further into this lead with just under 1 minute left to go here in the third quarter. Anderson will bring the ball into front court, set the offense. He goes to Saxton. Saxton will look in the corner. Steady lobs inside to Birch. Birch is tied up by Thusen. Thusen with great defense came from the backside. Birch went up high for it. He had a shot against Hill if he comes down with it cleanly, but Thusen comes in from the backside with a great defense, ties him up.
Carpenter in for Brower.
And now there's a question at the scorer's table for the official. Shot clock, I think it was a shot clock. Do we reset it? And the official said yes. So 47 seconds on the game clock, 35 seconds on the shot clock. Saxton on the inbound, and he's going to go to Anderson out near midcourt. And Anderson will go in the corner to Roberts. Roberts gets it to Birch. Birch with the pump fake down the lane, and he's fouled. Nice move there by Birch to pump fake Thusen out of the way and drive the lane.
Carpenter picking up his third.
So Brox Birch will go to the Southeast Idaho Steel foul line with a chance to cut further into the lead. It was 11. It's now 9. And just a little bit short and off the front of the rim for Birch.
Brower back in, replacing a Beglin.
47-38 is your score. And Brox Birch at the Southeast Idaho Steel foul line. Foul shot is good this time around. It's an 8-point game, 47-39. Every time that the Cougars look to be pulling away, the Bears get right back into it, nearly taken away, but it goes in the corner to Hill, up top to Brower. Brower drives the lane, kicks out to Farley, now to Hill. Hill for 3. Nope. Off the rim, off the top of the backboard, out of bounds. It'll be Bear Lake basketball. 15 seconds on the game clock. Bears have a chance to cut further into this 8-point lead.
Gordo coming back into the game for Brower.
And that's keep Brower out of foul trouble, give him a little bit extra rest in these last few seconds of the half, of the quarter, I should say. Anderson will walk the ball into the front court across the half court line with 11 seconds. Down the lane into the corner. Roberts for 3, no good. Rebound. Saxton, he's got to go up with it. Birch will shoot it, and no good. That's the end of the third quarter. I'm not sure the Bears knew how much time was left because Saxton actually had a better look at it, and he passed it off.
Yeah.
At the end of 3, 47-39 in favor of the South Fremont Cougars. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in 30 seconds on the SVI Sports Network.
My name is Benjamin Bozen. I am a family medicine physician. I really enjoy providing care to the whole family, from newborns to elderly care. I like athletes and sports medicine, and then I also do osteopathic manipulative therapy, which is a hands-on treatment. My ultimate goal is to be your advocate and to help you have the best life that you can have, to help you achieve your goals.
$47-39 in favor of the South Fremont Cougars over the Bear Lake Bears as we come back to the fourth quarter on your Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard. And after a fast-paced, high-scoring first quarter, both teams have settled down. And since the first quarter break, it's 25-21 in favor of South Fremont, but it was 22-18 after one.
Yeah.
So what a first quarter. After that, both teams have settled in. And Bear Lake Bears got some work to do to get back into this one. They'll start on defense. And South Fremont comes out with Brower, Hill, Gordo, Reynolds, and Farley. Bears counter with Anderson, Roberts, Saxton, Argyle, and Birch. Brower will walk the ball into the front court. Now go over to Hill. In the corner to Gordo, back up top to Hill. Hill back to Gordo in the corner, back to Hill up top. Tries to go inside. Roberts knocks it away. Anderson comes down with it. Anderson down the lane. Nice move, but a little bit too hard off the back of the rim. Tried to just do the little teardrop, and it hits the back of the rim and rebounded by Reynolds. The Bears with a good opportunity after the steal. In the corner to Farley. He goes to Reynolds. Reynolds, turnaround jumper, no good. Birch up high, secures the rebound. Good move in there by Reynolds. Nice touch, but same thing has happened to Anderson on his shot. Just a little bit too much, and it comes off the back of the rim. Birch gets Reynolds in the air and draws the foul. Great move by Brox Birch.
Reynolds picking up his third.
And that was a nice play there. Roberts gets it into Birch. Argyle set a good screen. Birch went down the lane, pump faked Reynolds into the air, and goes to the Southeast Idaho Steel foul line. So it was 47-36 after a 10-point run by the Cougars. Oh, that one was in and came back out.
Tafoya and Robinson coming in. Roberts and Argyle to the bench.
So Birch will have one more. The Bears on a 3-0 run of their own. Make it 4-0 after giving up 10 straight to get an 11-point lead to the Cougars. Hill to Gordo and back up to Farley. Over to Brower on the elbow to Farley. Back to Brower. Ooh, thought about the long three. Doesn't take it. Hill now to Gordo. Gordo will take the three. Gordo misses everything. Just catches barely a little bit of the backboard into the hands of Birch. And here come the Bears with a chance to cut right back into this lead. Saxton looking inside to Robinson. And he gets it to him. Robinson going to back in, come back out to Birch. Birch for three off the rim. No good. Anderson gets the rebound and he's fouled. So nice hustle play there. Brower thought he had an easy rebound. Anderson just took it away from him and instead causes Brower to commit the foul.
That's his third.
Thusen will come off the bench and replace Gordo. Bears basketball, baseline. Robinson be the trigger man, comes into Anderson. Anderson fakes the three. He drives. Ooh, should have been a travel, and eventually it was. They didn't call the original travel, but then he changed pivot feet.
Yeah, if he'd just kept moving and acted like nothing happened, he'd have been okay. I think they'd have left it alone. But
the whole crowd wanted the travel, and they got it.
Yeah.
So Brower with the ball after the turnover, 7-point ball game. And it's to Thusen, still in the backcourt. Thusen now gets to Farley. Ball's knocked away, taken away. Tafoya with it. Tafoya with the layup.
Great job.
And the Bears cut it to 5. It's a 6-0 run for the Bears. It's a 47-42 ball game. This is a streaky game. And now a timeout taken. It's a 60-second. We'll take it on the SVI Sports Network.
Nice job, Martin. Looking good. Oh, it's the funny car guy.
Hey, you got Napa know-how too, huh? Yep.
Well, Martin does go 200 miles an hour. Ron breaks 304 seconds. Yeah, in a straight line. That's real hard. You drive in a circle. You don't even steer. Look at me.
Hey, you
I
two.
turn left.
Don't make me go get my can.
Your can's old.
Quiet! Matlock's on!
That's Daryl's can.
Boogity, boogity!
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, it's not only about mining phosphate for production of crop nutrients that support Western U.S. farmers and ranchers. It's about supporting our employees, neighbors, and local communities and their families. From providing quality competitive jobs to being an active partner in our local communities. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine. Passion for people and supporting local families by bringing Earth's resources to life.
Bear Lake Bears trail the South Fremont Cougars 47-42 with 6 minutes left in this game. The Bears currently on a 6-0 run. It looked like South Fremont was going to pull away there late in the third quarter, and they are back in it. The Bears have outscored South Fremont.
What are we doing here? Oh, we got some John going on out there.
Saxton and Brower both getting talking to by the officials, and now Brower off the inbound will hand to Thusen. Thusen back to Brower. Being defended there by Saxton.
Oh.
Back to Thusen. Now to Hill. Hill goes inside to Farley. Knocked away, but it goes right to Thusen. Hill goes inside to Farley. His shot rolls in. That breaks the 6-0 run for the Bears and pushes the lead back to 7. At 49-42, 5.5 minutes left to play. Tafoya with it. 3-point range being defended by Farley. He gets it inside to Birch. Birch gets the foul.
That's 4 on Reynolds.
Birch with a pump fake. Reynolds didn't go in the air this time, but he still draws the foul. Birch forcing the contact, gets back to the Southeast Idaho Steel foul line.
That's big.
And that is big. Drawing that fourth foul and a chance to cut into the lead with the clock stopped. It's a 7-point game, 49-42. And Birch makes that one. 49-43. Neither team is willing to go away in this one. Both teams have had their chance. It looked like they were going to pull away, and then the other team has fought right back in it.
All right. Because of that fourth foul, they got to bring Reynolds off the floor. Hurt replacing him.
5:27 left, and that's a big size change right there.
Yeah.
Birch makes them both on this trip, and it's 49-45. Bears applying some token full court pressure, 1-2-2 zone. Hurt with it in the backcourt. Goes over to Brower. Brower now into the front court with it to Hurt. Hurt going to pull it back out to Brower. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Now up to Brower. Very patient offense by South Fremont. Now to Hurt, looking into Farley. Far corner to Hill. Brower, long three on the way. No good. Rebound to Tafoya. Tafoya down the lane. Euro step up and in. It's Tafoya.
He's also having a great night tonight.
49-46. We're down to a 3-point game.
That gives Tafoya 9 points.
And in the corner, Thusen for three. No good. Rebound to Robinson. He gets it out to Anderson. Quickly up ahead to Birch. Birch with the spin move up, and he's fouled.
Farley's going to pick up his first in the game.
And Brock's Birch has been a beast inside in the second half, drawing the fouls. He spent a lot of time the Southeast Idaho Steel foul line here in the third and fourth quarters. He'll shoot two more right here with a chance to cut further in to the South Fremont lead. This one's a little bit long. South Fremont went up 47-46. The Bears are on a 10-2 run ever since then, and Birch can make it 11-2 right here with the second shot from the Southeast Idaho Steel foul line. Toes the line, leaves this one just a little bit short, but Robinson with the rebound. Now Anderson's going to drive baseline, get it to Robinson. Robinson will kick it out to Saxton. Saxton drives to Birch. Birch up and he's fouled.
So big.
That would have given him a chance to tie it from the foul line. The offensive rebound.
Hill picking up his first.
And the South Fremont crowd a little bit upset about the foul count. It's 5-0 here in the fourth quarter. 4:21 left. Bears will shoot a lot of foul shots potentially. And that's a third miss in a row for Birch.
He's going to want those back, isn't he?
All three of these foul shots, it would have been a tie game right now.
Yeah.
And one more. This time it's no good. And Saxton with the offensive rebound, but it's knocked away. And then a timeout is taken. So on the possession, Birch misses 4 foul shots, 2 offensive rebounds, but the Bears come away without points. And a quick timeout is taken by the South Fremont Cougars. It's just a 30, so we'll keep it right here.
Wow.
This has been a fun ball game. 49-46. It's been entertaining. The Bears have done a fantastic job defensively since the first quarter. And the offensive rebounds, you don't get too many offensive rebounds on foul shots, and they've done it two times in a row. Birch doing a good job of getting himself to the foul line. Bears working hard, and they'll be in the double bonus. They'll shoot 2 foul shots. I guess there is no 1-on-1 in high school basketball anymore. It's always 2 shots after 5.
Yep.
And the Bears will shoot 2 the rest of the way. The Bears have fouls to give, as they have not committed a foul here in the fourth quarter. 4:17 left. It will be South Fremont Husky basketball. They're out there with Hill, Brower, Farley, Reynolds, who check back in, and Thusen. The Bears have Tafoya, Anderson, Saxton, Robinson, and Birch on the court. Brower will go to Thusen. Thusen to Reynolds. Reynolds going to spin, go down the lane, and miss it. But they're going to call basket interference.
On who?
I'm not sure. I didn't see anybody touch it. They call basket interference. Maybe somebody hit the net trying to get the rebound. And Reynolds gets credit with the bucket, pushes the lead back to 5. That's big because the Bears had the rebound there and a chance to cut further into the lead. Tafoya down the lane. He's going to go to Birch. Birch steps back in the three-point range to Tafoya and to Anderson. Anderson in the corner to Saxton. Saxton has the ball, nearly taken away by Brower, and a quick timeout taken by Ward. It's a 30-second. We'll take it on the SVI Sports Network.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, safety is our top priority, not just for our employees, but for their families too. Our commitment extends beyond the workplace as we proudly support and contribute to the local community in meaningful ways. We're more than just a mine. We're a pillar of strength for those who live here. Discover how we make a difference at Simplot.com. Join us in fostering a safer, stronger community. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
The Bears trail it by 5. The Cougars will have the ball. The Bears have the ball after the 30-second timeout. 12-second shot clock, 3:43 game clock on the Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard. Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare, you can count on them to care. Visit them at blmhospital.com. Bears down by 5. Plenty of time left in this one. Robinson will inbound from near half court on the far side. And Anderson will take the ball and set the offense between the circles with 8-second shot clock. Tafoya with it. Tafoya was going to drive the lane, kick it to Birch. Birch doesn't know that the shot clock was ready to expire, and it's a shot clock violation. Bears come out of the timeout not realizing that there was only 12 seconds on the shot clock. Birch had an opportunity to shoot a 3, but chose to drive instead. And the Bears come up empty on that possession.
Roberts replacing Saxton for the Bears.
Brower will bring the ball across half court. And now to Thusen in the corner to Hill, inside to Farley. Knocked away, scramble for it, and still scramble for it. They'll eventually call the jump ball. It'll be Bear Lake basketball, so the Bears force a turnover. Great defense on the interior for the Bears, and they'll take possession. Down by 5, 3:18 left in this one. Starters on the court for the Bears, lost 3:18. And starters on the court for the Cougars as well. Tafoya thinks about the 3, goes to Birch. Foul line jumper, no good. Rebound taken by Reynolds. And that was a good look by Birch, just left it just a bit short. Brower. Cross court, he goes to Thusen, back to Brower. And they're taking their time now on this possession. Hill back up top, Thusen inside Farley to Hill, to Thusen, to Brower. He loses it, but he'll run it down near half court. 11-second shot clock out to Thusen. Looking inside to Farley, not there. Brower, corner to Reynolds. Reynolds shoots the 3, no good. Rebound to Roberts. So the Bears, good defense, but they need some offense right here, down by 5 with 2.5 minutes left in the game. Anderson, step back 3. Yes!
Off the backboard.
That's a Phillips 66 U-Save 3-point shot. Live to the full, where your convenience is our pleasure. And it's our pleasure to tell you that the Bears are back within 2 points, 51-49. And Brower with it, gets it knocked away. He'll recover, double teamed. Anderson ties him up, jump ball.
Good job.
Alternate possession goes to the Cougars, but the double team from Anderson and Roberts. And now, if there's another jump ball, it'll be Bear Lake basketball. Hill will get it into Farley. Now back to Hill. In the corner to Farley. Back up to Hill. 15-second shot clock. Thusen, Brower, 3, no good. Rebound by Tafoya. Farley had it for a second, and the Bears come away with it. Anderson with the ball. Bears have a chance to tie after being down by 11 midway through the third quarter. They can tie or take the lead with the 3 balls. Knocked away from Tafoya. It'll stay Bear Lake basketball. 20-second shot clock right in front of the Bear Lake bench. Bears will inbound. Tafoya will be the trigger man. Tafoya gets it to Anderson. The Bears will set the offense. Inside to Robinson. Robinson knocked off his feet, gets it to Birch.
Dang it.
I was going to say we're tied with a chance for Birch to get us the lead from the foul line. And layup misses because he's hit in the side of the head and just leaves it a little bit short. But Birch back to the Southeast Idaho Steel foul line in a 2-point game with 1:27 left.
Hill picking up his second foul for the Cougars.
Oh, nice touch on it. Hit
They're
the front of the rim and pops.
There, he's going to want those back.
That's 5 straight misses for Birch.
Yeah.
And I think South Fremont actually should feel lucky. I think Reynolds fouled Robinson. Birch makes the second. It's a 1-point game, 51-50. The Bears currently on a 14-4 run to get right back in this one. Brower gets it in the front court, gets double teamed, but gets it to Hill. In the corner to Reynolds. Reynolds back out to Hill. Brower will back it out. 20-second shot clock. In the corner, it goes to Hill. Hill for 3, yes. Back-breaking shot there by Hill. His first make of the game, and it comes at a big moment. Anderson spins down the lane, gets it to Robinson, taken away.
Oh, wow.
What a series right there as Anderson now commits the foul.
That's Anderson's fourth.
Bears played great defense for about 25 seconds. Hill makes a 3-point jumper from the corner.
Saxton going to come in for Roberts.
And the 3-point jumper from the corner by Hill over Robinson. And then the bobbled pass at the other end that gives the Farley down the oh my gosh.
My word, you've got to be kidding.
He's he was running down the lane out of control. Just throws it up trying to draw the foul, doesn't get the foul, but the ball falls, and now it's a 6-point game. Anderson's going to drive, shoot, no good, and rebound to Hill, and that will do it.
Yeah.
25 seconds left, and the Bears are going to fall short. And Anderson comes out and draws the foul, and Anderson was the only one on the court who realized, hey, we got a foul if we're going to get back in this. And he comes out and he fouls out. He comes out and commits the foul because nobody else is playing defense right there. So Anderson fouls out. Good effort by him. It's actually only his fourth, but they gave one of Tafoya's dirty fouls to him. Great job by Caden Anderson. He played a great game today.
Yep. Argyle in for him.
It's only the second team foul, so probably too little too late anyway. Ball comes in to Carpenter, and Argyle fouls him quickly. So that's the third team foul on the Bear Lake Bears. 17.8 seconds left, but it's with a 6-point game. It's probably over anyway. Farley will get it in, and very quick foul there. Only 0.4 seconds went off this time as Robinson fouls Thusen.
Yeah. Perkins going to come in
for Birch. And I think this is don't get your fourth foul, Brox, and let's avoid an injury. So Birch will sit down with 17.4 seconds left. Farley will inbound to Brower. And Argyle fouls him. And 16 seconds left. So he'll go to the foul line with a chance to push it to an 8-point game. They call it on Tafoya. So Brower to the Southeast Idaho Steel foul line. And this one's going to go down as a frustrating loss for the Bears. They had cut it to 1. Had played good defense for most of the possession. Hill makes, I believe, his first shot of the entire game from the corner, and then a runner on the next possession when coming down the lane a little bit out of control. And Farley chucked it up trying to draw the foul, doesn't get the foul, but gets the shot to go, and it goes from a 1-point game to a 6-point game in about 10 seconds. Brower gets them both, and that makes it an 8-point game. Timeout taken by the South Fremont. We've had a long day of basketball, so let's just keep it right here and kind of do a recap during the timeout. Lisa, who's done the scoring for the South Fremont Cougars in this one?
Reynolds with 15, Brower with 21. Just a great night for both of those young men. 8 for Farley, 6 for Hill, 3 for Gordo, 3 for Thusen, and 2 for Beglin. 58 total points is what I've got them for at this point. 33% overall shooting, 13 out of 30, 43% from the 2-point, 6 out of 27, 22% from the 3-point range, and they're 87% from the foul line. 14 out of 16.
So I'm going to say the big stat there that jumps off the page for me is the 3-point shooting. They were 5 out of 21 when he made that 3-pointer from the corner that pretty much iced the game. So
Yep. All right. For the Bears, 13 for Anderson, 10 for Birch, 9 for Tafoya, 8 for Roberts, 4 for Argyle, 4 for Robinson, 2 for Saxton. 35% overall shooting. They're 12 out of 27 at 44% for the 2-point range, 6 out of 24, 25% for the 3-point range, and 8 out of 16, 50% from the foul line.
all right. So the Bears have some last ditch effort here to go with 16 seconds left. And they'd at least like to make it a little bit closer on the scoreboard if they can't get some a miracle to happen here. And Tafoya will take the inbound quickly into the front court. He'll drive and get it to Saxton into the corner for Roberts. Roberts out to Saxton. Bears and Saxton gets the 3-point shot up. Eventually Robinson with the rebound. Put back, it's no good. And that's going to be it. Bears were down by 8. And that's what they're going to lose by. Great effort tonight with shorthanded.
Yeah.
Without Tate Ewing, who was the leading scorer for the Bears last night. Bears put forth a valiant effort, but just a great effort also by the South Fremont Cougars. Player of the game, that's a tough one.
It is a tough one. Yeah, I'm gonna, you and I kind of had mentioned a little bit before, but I'm changing my mind here.
Go for it. I'll let you just have this one.
I'm gonna give it to Tafoya tonight. And the reason is, totally different ball game for Tafoya tonight from last night. He struggled to find the basket, and I know that after the game, judging by his body language last night, he was very, very frustrated. So I'm going to give him the player of the game tonight, because I feel like to have a night like that last night, and I know I could tell by his facial expressions how he felt when he left the gym last night, to be able to compose yourself and come out and play like he did tonight. 9 points. He was 57% shooting overall. He had rebounds, he had steals. To me,
I'm good with
a total 180 from last night.
I'm good with it. You know, there was a lot of players that had some opportunities. People stepped it up. I liked Birch's effort tonight.
Yeah.
Especially when he started going to the rim in the fourth quarter. If he would have made some foul shots, then he's your player of the game. But unfortunately, he couldn't get him to go when it mattered, but he had a great game.
Yeah.
A lot of good effort by a lot of players, but I'm great with that. That's the Samson's Island Grill player of the game, by the way. Samson's Island Grill.
I'm going to shout out to Anderson too, to come back from an injury, and not just a little injury, an elbow.
Broken elbow. During that final football game of the year.
Forevermore, how painful that can be to try to shoot a ball or do anything with that elbow. And I don't know. Did you lose me?
No, you're still plugged in. You just can't hear yourself.
Okay. So, and to, be in pain and, probably still doing some rehab on that elbow, and to come out and to get 13 points tonight and shoot like he did. A great effort by him too. I feel like it was just overall a lot better. What we saw tonight was a lot better from last night.
So we got Coach Trevor Ward on the headset. Coach, this was a roller coaster of emotions game. You go down by 12 early in the first quarter. Looks like they're going to run away with it. You take a timeout when you're down 20-8, and you go into halftime 22-18.
Yeah.
Good recovery there. You even took the lead in the third quarter by 3. And if it's not for a 3-point kind of backbreaker there in the corner towards the end, you had every shot to win this game.
Yeah, I'm proud of them because last night it was kind of the opposite tale, and tonight we actually brought it back. We were gaining on them, and we were that close. A couple free throws go down, we're right there. So
yeah, and I know you focus a lot on foul shooting. They were just tonight. They were rimming out. They were good-looking shots, and several of them looked like they were going to go, and they just, I don't know. That rim was not friendly tonight here in South Fremont, but a good effort. You played without Tate Ewing, who was the player of the game and leading scorer last night. And tonight you had to rely on a group effort, and I was impressed. A lot of people, stepped up. And we gave our player of the game. We won't tell you who it is, but let's see who would you say maybe is the player of the game tonight?
It's not fair to have to coach that.
No, well, I do have a couple. Caden was getting downhill and making some good assists and kind of seeing the floor well, and that creates for everyone else. So. I was happy with him for doing that. Brock's worked his heart out.
Yeah.
He was absolute beast. Give him a little break on those free throws when you're that tired.
Yeah, he was exhausted, you could tell.
Oh, yeah.
And physical game. I mean, he's given up. Brock's is a big kid,
yeah.
And he was probably giving up 30, 40 pounds to Reynolds on the inside and was holding his own.
Yeah, so, I mean, to me, Brock's was the factor tonight. I mean, even the ref came up to me at one point in the game and said that number 22 is a beast.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
he is. And he played like tonight. We gave honorable mention to both of them. We said Tafoya just because of the spark he gave. And especially last night, he seemed to struggle, especially on the offensive end. And tonight he settled down and had a better game. So
he hit some threes. And when we were down and I needed him, he's my defensive spark, so I got to have him in there. And he keeps a good tone for the team when he's in there on defense. So
one thing that was great that we mentioned tonight, and why it was so hard for us to come up with the player game, even though we mentioned all three of those, balanced effort tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the offensive end, very balanced. Roberts had a couple of Phillips 66 U-Save 3-point shots, had 8. Leading scorers were Birch and Anderson, but just a balanced effort. I thought Argyle had a couple of good defensive plays, and Robinson continued to be consistent defensively. So a great team effort tonight.
I was proud of them. So,
yeah,
man, we just a little bit short. We'll get there, get all this back, and we have all the ingredients to make it happen. We just got to be strong and healthy.
Well, yeah. And you mentioned this last night, finding some rhythm as a team. This is a team that more of these guys played together last year on JV than played varsity. Really, only Anderson and Birch, the only two and Tafoya that had any varsity experience really last year consistently. And so you're just finding a rhythm, new starters, and then then Ewing goes down. And so just finding a rhythm, and it's going to take some time, but I've seen a lot of good things in these first 2 games.
They're coming together in the locker room, and I can see it. They're buying into the process, and they're becoming a team.
Yeah.
So tomorrow night, no rest for the weary. You got to talk to the athletic director. I don't know why he did this schedule. 3 games and 3 nights to start the season, but you're in Teton. Now, last year, Teton came in early in the season to Bear Lake, and it was a track meet. They ran and ran and ran and ran, and it was a tough game. Are they that same team this year, or have they changed a little bit?
They haven't changed much. So I haven't scouted them a whole bunch, but they graduated 3 seniors or so that were pretty big factors, but their JV was run and gun and had good height, and they can hit the 3 ball too. So expect the same.
You saw a little bit of that tonight. South Fremont moves the ball up the court quickly. There were several times after Bear Lake makes that South Fremont was right back at the other end, a shot up quickly, and you survived that tonight. So hopefully you can survive that again tomorrow night.
Yep.
Okay. Well, enjoy your night, and right back to it tomorrow. And then you get to breathe a little bit next week, only 2 games next week. But thanks for coming up and joining us, Coach, and have a good night.
Yep, thank you.
All right, that's Coach Trevor Ward here on the post-game show as the Bears drop a close one. South Fremont pulled away at the end thanks to some foul shooting and a timely 3-point shot. It was 51-50 at one point, and the South Fremont Cougars win at 58-50.
Yep.
So they scored the last 7, but great game for the Bear Lake Bears. They had every opportunity to win it. Very balanced effort. I like what the Bears are doing, and so far, better start to the season than last year, even though they got a couple losses. But will they do one last thank you to our sponsors, including our scoreboard sponsor for this game and every game, Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare. You can count on them to care.
Phillips 66, you say live to the full, where your convenience is their pleasure.
And we got Southeast Idaho Steel is our new foul line sponsor. And check them out, Southeast Idaho Steel.
Gunderson Ace, the healthful place located in Montpelier.
Napa Auto Parts, that's Napa know-how.
Bear Lake Drug, a drugstore, and a great deal more.
Northern Title, good deeds done daily. Visit them at northerntitle.net.
And Simplot, committed to safety for their Bear Lake Valley employees and their families. Visit simplot.com.
Don't forget Gary H. Tusher, CPA, Mountain Valley Dental, that's Stephen D. Hammonds, Lenhart Distributing, Finance Title, Southeast Idaho Steel, and Samson's Island Grill, who presents our player of the game, Samson's Island Grill. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you, Kathy, back in the studio. Her husband, Ray, running our camera.
Yeah, Kathy's done a great job. 2 games today. So, we just barely trained her. She's done 2 games, so.
Doing great work. And Steaton in the studio in Star Valley doing the video producing for us. And for everybody else on the SBI Sports Network, until tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m., when the girls take on Syracuse, this is
Lisa Hillier
and Jared Hillier saying good night, everybody.